Zaby. Little Zaby. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. No. 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 Zaby. What it? No. No. Shh.
Hold on, baby. Hold on. Why did a psych ruin my life? I never hurt anyone. Good question. Probably for money. Were you ever prescribed any? Were you prescribed medications of any sort by this psych? Well, you did that. Can you not hear me? Is my mic not working? I asked you if you were prescribed any medication. I visited a crisis center 1 month ago and they sent me to a closed psych unit where I wanted to leave. I had no feeling of suicide. You visited a crisis center. You went there to get CT. Commendable. That's one of the more humane cognitive behavioral therapy. Isn't that what it stands for? So no medicine, Nothing. I mean, maybe they saw you ripe for research. Could be as simple as that, you know? These psychiatrists and stuff, they're plugged in with people who are tied in with DARPA, which is the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, which runs mind control experiments to this day all over the world, no matter what country you live in. So maybe that psych saw that you were genuinely trying to get help without medication and simply added your name to a list, for some kickbacks or some clout or whatever, perks, money. That could be my only guess. To exploit you, though, is really the ultimate goal. Most of them do not want to help, so how exactly did they ruin your life? I'm just curious.
No. Come here. Come here. Come. Ow.
I was thriving before I visited them. Now I can't live alone anymore. What do you mean by that? Can you expand on that? I don't understand what you mean by that. I'm assuming that my mic is coming through clear, but you can hear me through the microphone. I was thriving too before my running with them. Let's call them them. No, I can't live alone anymore. What does that mean? Alone as far as you can't live without people? You can't live without an animal, a pet? You can't live without what? What do you mean? I'm 27 though, and had this happen. I feel like I'm too old to get over this. Hello, Jennifer. Nice to see you again. I see you everywhere. I see you like all over the targeted individual comments, but you never post your own content. But hi, shalom, hola, ¿cómo está? Ni hao, whatever nationality you are. I'm pretty sure I've checked your channel and you don't have any videos, but you're all over the comments. And I can respect, maybe you have a career and you don't want flack. Or maybe you have kids, or maybe you have a spouse. Could be a number of reasons why you aren't making your own videos, but I see you all in the comments, and you should really be making your own content, because James Robert Clark III, hello. Would you like to join this live, James? I saw a couple of your videos. I go to a lot of TI chats, yes. Me as well. And the majority of the TI chats that you're going to encounter are compromised. They're cesspools. They're limited hangouts. They're a place to entrap all the TIs, to hold them in a concentration camp, so to speak. They're not there to help. They're there to keep track of who is aware of what's being done to them, because most people going through this have no idea. They're either in prison or they're in a mental facility somewhere, Unfortunately, I'm busy. I'm listening in the background. You're busy, huh? You're busy, but you can hit up my YouTube. Shit. If you're targeted individually, you can't be that busy. I know that much. Not that I'm not a vegetable or anything. I did a 5-hour interview on Next Level, but that's the only one I've ever done so far. Yeah, I don't know about Next Level. I don't know if he's legit. I haven't really seen his videos. But if anyone wants to hop on and join the live, please, by all means, join the live. I'd like to interview you, Jennifer, if you'd be down for it. And as well as James, I contacted James through his comments because I just found his channel. And what they do is the algorithms make sure that the real TIs don't find the fake TIs. They're that sophisticated to the point where they can just group you with whoever they want you grouped with. The fake ones aren't coming on live, showing their face, giving their government name like I am. Like I have done for the past fucking 5 years since I started this activism. And it's gotten me nothing but problems. But hey, something had to be done. It needs to be spoke about. James Robert Clark, when you're not busy, you hit my email and we'll get that interview done because I want to speak to you. I watched a couple of your videos last night. And you're very smart. You're a bit older than I am. I can tell. Not that you look it, but I can just tell by your mannerisms and such that you are older than I am. Probably been dealing with it longer than me. I'm sort of a younger dude. I'm 28, but I've been going through this shit for shit since my whole life, pretty much. But I became aware of it 5 years ago. I use my real name. I don't give a shit. Jennifer, if you want to join the live, I'll put you on right now. We'll put you on the live right now. In fact, I'll make you a mod. Absolutely. I dropped my email in response to your comments. And yes, I'm 38. Ooh, watch out, bro. We're dealing with Kabbalists here. And you know what 38 is? That's the reflection of 83, which is the murder number. So I would watch your ass this year. That's not a threat from me. That's just me and my knowledge of Kabbalah and how they like to ritualistically sacrifice people at the age of 38 and also 83. Also on dates with that numerology. Yeah, I didn't see. This is how I feel about it. Like, I'm putting myself out there again, putting my face out there again, willing to be ridiculed, asking for people who want to be interviewed. And I've done, within the past week since I started back up, I've gotten 3 done, and one of them I deleted because I just go back and look and viewed it, and it was just a total setup. I could tell there was subtle gaslighting, and it wasn't authentic. It wasn't organic. So it needs to be like that, like spontaneous. You know what I'm saying? Because the algorithms will grip you up and make sure you don't see my emails. You don't see my messages. So Robert, I'm going to put my email in the comments. And when I'm sure you have a job, or maybe you have kids or a wife, who knows what you got going on. But when you're ready for an interview, you contact this email right here, and we'll get it done. And we can do it however you want to do it. If there's a certain topic that you don't want to discuss, if there's a certain thing that triggers you that you don't want to discuss, we don't have to talk about it. I wouldn't mind sometime, but now I'm getting hit in the chest right now. I'm getting hit 24/7. How do you think I feel, Jennifer? And they say women have a higher pain tolerance than men. So what's your excuse, Jennifer? How old are you? You don't look a day above 30 from the thumbnail. If it's the last very thing you do on earth, get this information out there to the public. Because trust me, I don't know about your guys' remote neural monitoring, but mine, motherfuckers are paying attention. Like rappers, celebrities, people high up in the government. No bullshit. This isn't a delusion. You know, they've subtly made this known to me. Just Aaron, I do it, but my family is home and I don't tell them about my targeting. Hey, you people are full of excuses. I swear to God. I mean, I'm sacrificing my own ass, putting myself out there like this, and none of you want to be interviewed. And I take that back. Before, when I was asking for interviews, I was requesting that people don't remain anonymous, and you can remain anonymous if you'd like. You can use an alias. You don't have to use your real name or your real voice, or you can just put a sticker over your camera and I can distort the voice later, however you want to do it. But I understand if you're living with family who is involved, why you wouldn't want to talk about it. I understand. But if you have any questions or you need advice, now is your time to ask. Because the true TIs, no, I'm doing it via a MacBook right now. This is through a MacBook Pro webcam. Just shit quality. The video quality is fucking awful. But we can do it over the phone if you want. How do you manage when you're blacklisted from everything? Are you asking me personally? How do I manage How do I manage, or how does one manage? Can you rephrase that, please? Because I've been blacklisted since 2000. I haven't worked in 2 years. I haven't worked in a job that paid taxes. 6 years, 5 years. And when they nixed that, with the job mobbing and all that, I went to gig work, like Postmates and stuff like that, food delivery, Uber Eats. But they sabotage that because they're triangulating your phone and whatnot, So they'll get perps to leave bad reviews, and then you're off the platform. Boom, no more gig work for you, which is really a win-win for them because they don't want gig workers anyway. Gig work will be gone in no time. Gig work it'll be automated and run by self-driving cars and robots, in my opinion. How do I manage though? As far as what? The physical symptoms, the isolation, the sabotage. What are you asking? But Jennifer, we can do it over the phone if you want. Email me your number and I will call you later after I end this stream. And then we can set it up. But I don't want it to be set up. I don't want it to be scripted. I want it to be completely fly off the cuff, impromptu, to where it's organic. So it has less of a chance of being corrupted and sabotaged by them. And we all know who they are. But yeah, if you don't have an inheritance, or you're not self-sufficient, or you don't have supportive family, or it's hard to manage in every aspect, financially, emotionally, physically. I think we got targeted around the same time, 2016 here. Yeah, well, that's when I was made aware of it, but it's been going on my entire life. Covertly, at least. The overt targeting began around then, 2016. I think it's that way with most of us. Yeah, most of us were born into this shit. Born to be abused and experimented on. I can't work either, but mine is more from the pain, torture. Yeah, same. They didn't really start that. The pain. And the pain, I'm assuming you're referring to directed energy weapons. Is that what you're referring to? Because no matter what job I get, dude, they just set up shop and just make it a torture fest, I can ignore all the bullshit from the perps, all the mind games and subtle psychological stuff. Yeah, I don't get V2K, and sorry. I don't get V2K, but I've had V2K used on me. Twice. And my memory is foggy from this shit, but I remember both times like it was yesterday. And it was bizarre. And I don't go into long, drawn-out talks about it because it sounds insane. Even though the Gulf War soldiers used it on Islamic soldiers in the Gulf War in 1991. But yet this is delusional. Yeah, it is scary. It is scary. I'm sorry. I feel bad for anyone that's being V2K 24/7. Scary shit. And as far as remedies go with that, I have no clue. Because like I told you, I've only dealt with it twice. But Jennifer, I think, was referring to directed energy torture, which is what they do. I mean, you get a job somewhere, it starts going good, then the mobbing starts, and you're like, okay, I can deal with the mobbing, I can deal with the comments, the bumps, the intimidation, the put downs from your manager, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But then when they post up nearby, 200 meters, 300 meters, a mile, sometimes these devices have a 2-mile radius, and blast you with directed energy while you're trying to work. I mean, they make it virtually impossible. And then they blame us. Oh, why can't you work? Why can't you work? Motherfucker. Because you're bombarding me with frequencies 24/7. You made my work environment so toxic to the point where it's worse than death. How am I supposed to do my job correctly? And then at that point, maybe there are people in the company that aren't involved, that don't agree with what's going on, but they're like, shit, we got to let you go because you're making us look bad, it's quite the conundrum we find ourselves in. But across the board, TIs are discredited and blacklisted. A lot of cowards lurking, which is sad. We got 3 people verbally commenting, but you fucking coward ass motherfuckers. And one of them I'm going to call out is Nappy Head Roots. That motherfucker is such a coward. Do you ever wonder why that motherfucker doesn't go on camera and show his face? Because he's a pussy. Because he's a bitch. And if you're in the chat right now, I'm talking to you, bro. Come join the chat. Let's have a discussion. You're so against this shit. You're so against, the police are blah, 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 blah. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. But you won't. And you won't say who you are either. Like in my original channel, if any of you have followed it, where I'm 24 years old reading off of a notebook, where I was disoriented as fuck. They just started using DEW weapons on me and shit. And I was writing everything I could down, so I could keep track of it all. Because they do force speech on you and they blank your memory while you're mid-thought. So you can't get any work done. You can't get any activism done, etc. Man, I reached out to so many people like, yo, I want to hear your story. I want blah, 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 blah. And I was just sent troll after troll after troll after troll after troll. They really want to keep it under wraps. So they must be using this shit on a majority of y'all. Especially you motherfuckers lurking. Hi, Jen Tomb. Okay. Hello. Like Tomb Raider? How am I, Chili? I'm okay. I'm doing okay. Could be better, could be worse. You know, I always try to put myself in someone else's shoes. I mean, shit. I got food, water, and a bed to sleep in tonight, so I'm doing a lot better than some of the other TIs who aren't as fortunate right now, who are entrapped within the psychiatric system and the prison system, etc. And being trafficked. Disgusting. How old am I? I'm 28. 28. But this James Robert Clark III has dived into some topics that I really want to discuss. Really hope he hits my email because I really want to interview this motherfucker. So I know they're going to do everything in their power to try and sabotage that. I still find it funny when I try to promote my live stream on Reddit. It gets like no flack, dude. It's like the algorithms bury it. They really do not want us talking at all. Sad. It's sad. Why do you think they watch us as kids and then target us when we're older? This is my personal opinion. I think it's generational. So that would go back to your DNA. It would go back as far as your DNA. Because looking back now, you know, on family members that they've whacked off of mine, they were targeted as well. And then I just had no idea at the time. But I believe it is generational. It is a generational, not a curse. It's generational persecution using sophisticated military technology. On civilians. Your family has a member that's in secret societies. No shit. I know that. A lot of my family is involved with secret societies. Eastern Star, Freemasonry, Crowleyism, you name it. They mark you at birth as a spiritual sacrifice, yes. Mine doesn't. Okay, Aaron, well, what's your theory then? Spiritual sacrifice. Yeah, we'll see about that. Set up from within. Yep, pretty much. Yeah, you could have cousins out there, and even cousins not like in your family tree. Like, this shit is so fucking. Because I have two brothers and neither are targeted. To your knowledge, they may be targeted to a certain degree, but you just don't know it. You don't have to know them. Another Tia, who else did I wanted to call out tonight? Another bitch ass motherfucker who hides their face and doesn't give their name. Who wants to be a TI activist but won't give their real name. Won't go live showing their face. It'll come to me later. Yeah, they can be in England, exactly. You could have cousins across the fucking globe. with this secret society shit, they do a lot of intermingling. And I'm not down with that. But that's how they get down. And a large percentage of us happen to have Rh negative blood. And I'm O negative, which is pretty rare. So I don't know if any of you know your blood type or are interested in that, but I would recommend getting your blood type checked. And you can do it yourself without having to go to a hospital. You can go buy Eldon cards online on Amazon and test your blood yourself. It's as simple as a prick. You smear the blood on the card and it shows you what you are. Me too, O negative. Oh, there we go. What a coincidence. Also, if you have family that worked in defense, yep, either secret society oriented or family in police, military. Someone to be the scapegoat for all the nefarious activities that they run. Because these agencies aren't really good. They don't do anything good. They pretend to do things good. Don't let them have your DNA. Yeah, I said that to my mom when she's like, yeah, I'm going to submit for ancestry.com or whatever, and by then the feds had my DNA anyway because I was on a felony probation for marijuana in the state of Michigan, which marijuana is now legal. Where's my pardon, Gretchen Whitheimer, you motherfucker? Where's my fucking pardon? They forced me to submit a DNA test to complete the terms of my probation, and that was just an oral swab that they did, similar to a PCR test. That was a setup, hon. Yeah, I know it was a setup. It was to brand me as a felon for dangerous drugs, and now you can't even drive down the main roads in most of the suburbs in Michigan without hitting at least one dispensary selling legal pot. And I have another theory about these PCR tests. I think they're a DNA grab. People think that it's putting nanobots in your body. And I want to keep this gang stalking related, targeted individual related, mind control related. But it's to steal DNA. They do everything to get you to make any real life mistake and then exploit it to the nth degree. Yes. And I have fallen victim to that. 11 lurking, but no likes. Imagine that. We got a lot of haters. A lot of fucking agents on my shit that want to call me an agent, but I put my government name out there and relentlessly for years have been trying to interview you people, but you people don't want to talk. You people are scared for some reason. What are you afraid of? This is life or death. Then bait you to, then lie. Yeah, manipulate, steer your subconscious mind to where they have you under control. But yeah, I know it was a setup. I knew it was a setup from the grip. I didn't trust my gut though, and I made the wrong sale. Go figure, marijuana, a dangerous drug, now legal in half the fucking states of the United States of America. Decriminalized in multiple countries around the world. Getting hit worse. If you're honest, it matters not. Well, they bait you to, then lie. If you're honest, it matters not. Getting hit worse. Exactly. And that's why I hate when these motherfuckers are like, oh, be honest. Oh, be honest. Tell the truth. I'm not gonna tell the truth to a bunch of people who have manipulated my reality, trafficked me as a child, and then tried to weaponize psychiatry against me to cover up what they did to me as a kid, and then put me under MKULTRA. Let's do a live stream Friday. I'm down. Okay, you know my email, Anthony. We've corresponded before, so hit my email and we'll see how it goes. Psychiatric reprisal. Yep. But yeah, I love that. I love how the dishonest gang stalking filth who are monitoring me, tapping my phone, paying attention to every conversation I have via video chat with my mother, whoever I'm talking to. I mean, they want to know what the fuck I'm buying at the store. They're so obsessed. And they expect me to be honest with them? No, dude, I'm going to totally fucking bombard you with hella lies. Get you all confused. You're not going to know where the fuck I came from, what I am, what I'm really about. Besides advocating for you people. And I'm not trying to be rude, but a lot of you are very weak. A lot of you have been beaten down for years and years and years, but you guys are weak. You need to grow some balls. Get your story out there. Get your face and your legal government name out there. Yes, so they're going to round all the dissidents up and put them into FEMA camps. Yes, that's going to happen. But would you rather have it be done in vain? Or would you rather go down in righteousness, trying to expose it? And I've watched TIs flip. They start out with an innocent blog, doing little activism on YouTube, doing it on Reddit, doing it here, doing it there. I follow their blog. And then one day they snap. They change. Then all of a sudden their content becomes wacky. It becomes inaudible. It turns into demons and reptilians and this and that. And blah, blah, blah. We're already in an electronic prison. That's what I'm saying. What do we have to lose at this point? No one care. We will never be able to expose it. I'm going to mute you if you make one more comment like that, because that type of attitude we don't need here. Crazy talkers, like Chuck called them, crazy talkers. They will kill anyone who gets close. Well, I've come pretty damn close, and I'm still sucking air. Shitting on $1 trillion industry. Shitting on it. Shitting on psychiatrists, neurologists, PhDs. And I don't even have a high school diploma. I have a GED. Took one college course. Way too much money involved. Yeah, maybe it won't get into the mainstream, but could we potentially start a grassroots movement that steers people in the right direction to maybe want to try and help us, believe us, etc.? Because right now, all I see is a bunch of coward TIs. What do I think about? Did I see Michael Barden's channel? I don't trust any. And I know a lot of ex-military are targeted. I don't trust Michael Barden. I think he's flipped. I think he's legit, even though some of his say he isn't. Anyway, the point is a sheriff is being sued for gang stalking. Okay, what does that have to do with anything? How to record my V2K, okay. Record your V2K all you want. It's not going to do anything. You want to talk about issues that are believable And the 1991 incident where the Gulf War soldiers laid down their weapons because they thought Allah was talking to them, and they had that voice of God weapon used on them, that isn't enough for people. So recording your VTK isn't going to do anything. Oh yeah, first you need to know the people are real. You need to have everyone who has compiled evidence over the course of months, years being targeted, and make sure we are heard by doing a sit-in outside a DHS FBI office. Say we have Havana. That's what I'm saying. Call it Havana syndrome. Don't call it directed energy torture because the media addressed it. Call it Havana syndrome. Then you have a little bit of credibility. People still will think it's wacky because they're still, I mean, we are in 2021 and they think it's wacky. But we have all these wireless devices. We either believe he's real, he's family, works in healthcare, or at least that name is prominent. All I know is that he was a former firefighter and former Air Force, and they're involved with this, and they're complicit, and he hasn't outed any of them. And I saw a video of him just praising the Freemasons, and I went into the lodge, and I went into the ritual room with the Master Mason of the lodge, and and just, really just, yeah, Freemasonry. I don't trust you, bro. I don't trust cops. I don't trust firefighters. I don't trust nobody. Gerald Sosby. Yeah. Anyone fed like that, anyone fed high up is handled for sure. Whether or not they're legit, I don't know. Handled for sure. If you're high up, you're handled. They've come forward and still nothing is done. Exactly. Which is why we need to talk about these issues. We need to network. We need to get offline and network in person, which is what I was trying to do 4 years ago. Until I said, fuck all you people, because all of you ignored me and none of you wanted to do interviews. None of you wanted to talk about your situation. And I watched all of you flip one by one, not you particularly in the chat right now, but the TIs at the time that were on the internet, and they need to keep the flow of fake TIs going. They have to keep fresh faces within the paradigm to make it look convincing. Dr. Eric Karlstrom has good info. He has good info, and he has touched on Zionism, which very few TIs touch, which is interlinked, whether you want to admit it or not. But he hasn't hit my ass up for an interview, and I've contacted him. So what's good? We need to do something drastic to gain national media attention. Exactly. We need to organize. We need to organize in person. CIA, police, bankers, healthcare, all net. Yeah. Yep. And Palantir is running all that. Running all the predictive policing, all the thought crime, predictive policing software, which can be hacked and has been hacked multiple times. And Palantir admits, we don't know how to correct the hacking. Yeah, or are you letting criminals use your system? Not that I'm the most perfect person, but I mean, you're a multi-million, billion-dollar company, and you're running healthcare, you're running policing with your software, and you can't correct the hacking? What's up, Palantir? Peter Thiel? What's going on there, buddy? Think of all the wasted opportunities, life experience we are missing out on because we are tortured and sabotaged. We need to resort to smart, calculated, non-violent, drastic message to raise awareness. Harvard, Berkeley. Yeah. And these universities get grants to do this type of stuff, especially healthcare. Yeah, none of my experiences with doctors since this has gone live have been good. None of them. They had all been approached beforehand and told that I'm some terrorist, criminal, whatever the fuck they tell them. You know, I'm sure they got a laundry list of shit that they say we are. But they've all treated me like I was a beast of some sort. But then they want to call me schizo for self-medicating myself with marijuana. PSYOP set up at the hospital. Yup. Break a needle in my mouth. That's traumatic. Yeah, anything to create trauma. I'm sorry that happened to you. That's fucked up. They were doing street theater and asked strange questions like, does your family love you? What the fuck? That's fucked up. I would have socked one of them. I'll take that back. I wouldn't have done anything violent. They haven't done anything drastic like that to me. Anything that they want to do drastic to me like that, they have to drug me and put me out, keep me knocked out. If they want to do anything like that to me, they know they got to do that. Because they know I'm coming through, kicking and screaming. Silicon Valley, Google, Amazon, Yahoo, they have all their backdoors. Yeah, they've backdoored all the tech. All the tech's been backdoored. They've tried getting me to hit them many times, but I don't because they want me to get arrested. Okay. No comment. No comment, my friend. I'm being targeted for talking shit to LAPD and posting videos talking shit to them. I trolled their page once when I was drunk and angry. Yeah, that'll do it. Something as simple as that will start the overt process, but you are always being monitored, mind you. There's a very, very minute group of individuals that are targeted for whistleblowing and activities of the sort. But yeah, they try me to get. They want me to freak out and get violent. But you know, the only way I'm gonna get violent is if I feel physically threatened, and I don't feel physically threatened by these motherfuckers. Very rarely. You're always monitored, and then they find a fake reason to make you believe that's why you're targeted. Yep, it's all based on deception. And part of MKUltra, when you look back, if you've done any research into MKUltra, the one of the main goals of the program was to convince the target that they deserved what was being done to them and to passively accept it. It ain't working on me. I don't know if it's working on you guys, but it ain't working on me. And I'm not an angel. But I definitely didn't deserve this shit. Entertainment industry has artists for causes that also create stuff for the mind games. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I don't want to go too far into that without sounding insane, but I've been gaslighted by celebrities through their music, through their movies. It sounds crazy, but it's true. That's why they call the TV a Black Mirror. You ever think about that? They play skits, storylines, targets through VTK2. Yeah. I mean, if the brain has no firewall, well, if the TIs have no firewall to their brain, the perps probably have a firewall, and the handlers do, but we don't. They can put in whatever they want, and they can take out whatever they want. Since birth, I was tested and gifted as a child, me as well. I don't believe I deserve what's happening. I'm not a I'm not a PD, nor a terrorist. Me either. My family works. Nobody deserves it. Nobody deserves it. Nobody deserves it. And like, to the people that like really have a disgust towards people who commit crimes like that, which I do, I have a disgust towards them. I would rather just see them executed. Why would you want them out in the community? You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really make sense. If we're this laundry list of things, wouldn't you come arrest us already? Don't you think they would have arrested us by now? I mean, it's been 6 years of this shit, 24/7 nonstop, and I've been to fucking 7 different continents. And it hasn't ceased. So if we were so guilty of all these things, they even hurt our family dog. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, they go after pets. Anything that you find valuable, they will attack. They break in, yeah. Which is why I've lived a nomadic type lifestyle, so to speak. They've done some shady, fucked up, cruel shit. Well, Anthony, you get your script ready, and we'll do an interview when you're ready. You coward. I'm calling you a coward, buddy. You come on my chat, and you say you want to be interviewed, yada, 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 this, and this. You talk a bunch of shit through the chat, but no interview. But no interview. Just a bunch of lurkers. Just a bunch of cowards. Under that bullshit. I see you people. Thomas O'Neill, thank you for your videos. You're welcome. They use what you love to hurt you the most. Yep. That's why if you ever get a girlfriend, they fucking recruit the shit out of her, or boyfriend if you're a girl, or if you're gay, whatever. How did Chuck Langenberg die? Well, he was older and a bit overweight, so of course the perps are gonna say, well, he was pushing 70 and he was a bit overweight and he was stressed out and schizo and blah blah blah. But we all know he was murdered. He was getting close to the truth. He had that perp straight up come on his talk show and reveal a shitload of information, which I mirrored immediately when I found it and spread it everywhere. And that's really when they came after me. So I know it's legit info. I'm not a coward at all. I'm going to have to go use my mom's phone because mine is hacked and I can't download Zoom. Okay, I'm not doing Zoom. I told you we can do live on YouTube or we can do Google Hangout. Microwave weapons. Yeah, I believe it was done electronically. I mean, if they want you dead, that's all they got to do. This isn't about killing you with electronic weapons. This isn't about killing you with directed energy slowly. It's about mind control, experimentation. Sorry to hear that, Thomas O'Neill. Me as well, my friend. If they wanted to kill us, we would be gone. If they wanted us arrested, we'd be arrested. But we're not. So, clearly, either we're being used as guinea pigs, trafficked, or being made an example of. Look, you step out of line, you go up against the elite class, and this is what happens to you. Yeah, you can join. Hold on one sec. Okay, can someone who's familiar with YouTube Live, how do I add somebody to the live stream? Does anybody know how to do that? I'm a former Marine officer, spent a lot of time overseas, and now you're targeted. Go figure. I'm sorry to hear that. It's the biggest moneymaker. Behavior science. Yep, behavior science, behavioral science, neuroscience, stuff like that. Marine officer. Hopefully not a cherry Marine. They all know about cherry Marines. Fucking cherry Marines. And they want to call me gay. Huh. Shake my fucking head. How do I add somebody to the live? Does anybody know how to do that? Because I don't. How do I add somebody? Because I don't even see an option to add somebody. I've never done a live on YouTube because I don't have 1,000 subscribers. Neither do I, but I'm doing a live. How is this possible? They changed that. They allow you to do a live now. Apparently. Because I have less than 100 subs, and here I am doing a live. Human trafficked by the police and medical system. Yep, that's who it is. The Masonic Mafia. The face-touching cult. The pedophile molester face-touching cult that uses signs and pyramids and fuck you signs. International Freemason fuck you sign. You're welcome. StreamYard and Zoom. No, we can do Google Hangouts. Do you have a Google account? Do you have a Google account? If you have a Google account and a Gmail email, we can go live right now. Up to you. I'll end the stream right now if you want to go live. And do a legit interview. And I don't want to get a new phone. Yeah, don't get a new phone because they'll just hack it. Mine mainly do the exaggerated cough or touch the nose, ear, or cheek. Yeah, it's deeper than that, but yeah. They're bridging ESP. They're bridging ESP through a face-touching system. Oh my God. How mysterious. And a dumbass like me figured it out. And I refused to join. And now they're Doing their shit. Yes, I do. Okay, drop it. Dropped it in the thing. Yeah, I'm down. Yes, I do. Post your email. Post it in the comment. Post your email in the comments. And then I will try to do a Google Hangout with you. And I'll screen record the shit. But I don't know how to add people to a live stream on YouTube. That is one thing that I don't know how to do. I have a list of participants here, which is 5 people out of a dozen lurking. The planets are surviving at gmail.com. Okay. Well, if any people here have anything left to say before we get off, you need Zoom. Yeah, that's what I thought. But I hate Zoom. I don't want to fucking give into that shit. If anyone else here has anything to say before we log off and I end the stream, speak now or forever hold your peace. You pussy ass motherfuckers, I want to talk shit. Talk shit through troll accounts. Anything? No one has anything to say? I'm finna end the stream and me and Anthony are gonna get this thing done. I can't download apps, bro. Okay. I'm not here to be your technical support. If you have internet access, you should be able to video chat me. This is the 21st century. That's why I said Friday, that way I can use my mom's phone. Yeah. Shit, it's hacked. It says my storage is full. You don't need storage to do a live stream, my friend. You're not going to be storing it. I am. I have plenty of RAM, trust me. You're not using. I just sent you an invite. Do I believe in God? Of course I believe in God. Of course I believe in God. And I believe in Satan too. I don't worship Satan, but I believe in Satan and God. Anthony A., whoever you are, I just sent you an invite. So I'm waiting on you to accept that. And once you do, we'll get it popping. Or you'll ask your mom. I mean, come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. I'm done with you, dude. Do I have any advice? All my advice is on my previous channel. I cover countermeasures, things that help, how to spot the fake people. Yeah, Anthony, you're gone, buddy. This email you sent me isn't even. You're a troll, bro. You're gone. You're gone, Anthony. Sorry. You proved yourself with your troll behavior. Do I believe in God? Of course I believe in God. What TI doesn't believe in God? I'm more interested in speaking with Thomas O'Neill, former military, but they won't let any military people talk to me. Nada. I've through hiked many long distance hiking trails, which there are a lot of former cop, former military personnel on the trail hiking off PTSD from whatever type of shit they've gone through in their fucked up career, because it's a fucked up career. And I knew they were TIs at the time, but they distanced themselves purposefully from me because they know I'm just contacting me is just, it's just, I don't know. Military and police are not allowed to talk to me about this topic. They can gaslight me, but they're not allowed to talk to me. And I've tried grilling them. I've tried getting up in their faces and asking them questions and trying to get intel from them. They will not speak to me. PTSD is used to target them. Correct. They're probably under a similar system of control. You know? Many lose faith. Yeah, my faith is tested on a second-to-second basis. But it's not gone. Sounds cheesy, but it's true. But it's definitely tested when they push you to where you're just like, whoa, fuck everything. Fuck God, fuck all this. But just gotta, I don't know, man. It's spiritual strength. Something these psychiatrists will never understand. Because their God is Lucifer. And they are an arm of the military. Psychiatric reprisals from the Nazi era, that never stopped. We have all this sophisticated technology, we have all this capability, but these people are delusional. Slap the fucking diagnosis on you. Don't you love the fake church folks that say it's because our life isn't right with God? Yeah, I love the holy polies. They're called holy polies. And the gang stalking syndicate, the organization itself, that's what they're referred to as, holy polies. And they're completely clueless. I mean, how could you sit there and call yourself a Christian, Catholic, Muslim, etc., spiritual, but you're sitting there looking through my eyes, monitoring my brain activity? It's the hypocrisy is ridiculous. But I'm a bad guy because I want to have a drink and smoke a joint and get rid of all the torture for a couple hours. Okay. We'll see who goes to hell. We'll see about that. And yes, I'm going to use this machine to talk shit and expose their shit until they take it from me or lock me up or do whatever they have to do. But yeah, the holy polies, They're fucking pathetic. I call them pretend Christians. The most like righteous, like godly people that I've ever encountered in my life, you know, had drug problems, had alcohol problems, had, you know, sex problems, as in sex addiction, not pedo crap, which religion is infested with. I don't trust none of them. And they're worse because they hide behind their little badge of righteousness, you know. Oh, I'm so holier than thou, blah, 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 blah. They judge, and it says clearly, judge not exactly. And then they feel that they're entitled to your brain activity. For what reason? Based on false accusations, slander, deep fakes. I mean, look what they can do in Hollywood. These people must be really dumb, or they're hiding behind religion to cover their own ass. They have no idea what it means to be spiritual. They have no connection with God. Yeah, it's all based on lies and deception, the entire program. And it depends on what program you're in, because there's multiple. They lie and justify their lies. They're saving humanity. Yeah, and that's how it's pitched to them. It's pitched to everybody differently. That's why you think the entire world is targeting it. No. Each different group is told something different. The religious ones are told, oh, he worships Satan. Right? And so forth. Do I need to fill in the blanks? Oh, and if you just stop sinning and believe in Jesus, then it'll all stop. It'll all stop. No. No, it won't. Yeah, they will use any and every group against you. If it makes you look bad in any way, they will exploit that. And they have endless funding to do so. And they have tons of trained people who have the badge and are charismatic enough and manipulative enough to get them to do these types of things. Granted, they have a psychological profile on pretty much everyone using social media, so they can blackmail people into it, they can bribe them into it, they can manipulate them into it. However they got to get them into it, they're going to get them in. If it's your best friend or if it's your wife or your husband, they're going to get them into it. Best believe. They lie and justify their lies that are saving humanity. They're not saving humanity. They're not saving anybody. They're not cleaning up the riffraff. They're not monitoring terrorists. They're manufacturing terrorists, actually. And they don't even deserve it. Nobody deserves this shit. But they deserve death penalty for treason if you're an American. Yeah, they lie to themselves constantly. That's all they do. Lie, 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 lie. And then they want to call us liars. Oh, no, he's the liar. Maybe I did lie to you, but you're a fucking agent. Why would I tell you the truth about anything? fuck? Sometimes you got to play their game back to them. Have the worst luck. It's not luck. Luck doesn't exist in this realm that we exist in. Luck doesn't exist. You either have forces working for you or against you, and it's simple as that. It's as simple as that. What's your email if we want to contact you? It's already in the comments. Scroll up. I'll post it again, but this is the last time. Orchestrated. It's all orchestrated for us. Yes, it's a big clown show. Targeted individuals don't have bad luck, okay? They don't have bad luck. They don't have bad karma. No, they're being exploited. They're being exploited. Just Aaron said it. Me either. Just Aaron said, every new friend, yeah, forget making friends, man. Once you get thrown into this shit, good luck finding someone who's going to ride or die for you. I've even seen people who were legit targeted link up together, and they will destroy that. I don't know how they do it, but they'll make sure you're isolated. Isolation is the primary goal. First, discredit you, smear campaign, which is ongoing. If anyone starts to believe a shred of what you say, they will work to make sure that the public sees you as delusional, to cover up what they're doing to you, which is either trafficking, experimentation, or keeping you silent, or making an example out of you in society. Look, this guy's talking all this truth. This guy wants to stop this multi-trillion-dollar industry. Look what happens when you try to expose it. You want to be like that guy? And most people are cowards, so they just join up. They just sad. Which is why I'm doing these lives. These lives are like a last, my last reach out there into the virtual world to anyone who wants to network and actually get something done about this. Because the UN isn't going to help us. The government's not going to help us. The cops aren't going to help us. The psychs aren't going to help us. We have to help each other. That doesn't mean we have to trust each other blindly. Shit, don't trust me. For all you know, I could be an agent. But I have to try. And after seeing what has been done to me and my family members and others, it just doesn't sit right with me. I just can't join the cult, if you know what I'm talking about. If you don't know, now you know. That Masonic fraternity that protects itself, that Masonic fraternity that says, if your brother is a pedo, you must defend them. You must give your life for them, if need be. That's the oath they take. Like you couldn't pay me enough to take that oath. You couldn't threaten me enough to take that oath. You couldn't torture me enough to take that oath. I will go through 20 years more torture, 30 years more torture if they keep me alive. I'll never take that oath to protect people who harm children, which is what I think this is essentially all about. That's what I think this targeting shit is all about. It's to keep the pedo shit under wraps. It's to keep people quiet. It's to keep people docile. Well, I'm not docile. I'm fucking pissed. I took a 3-year hiatus because no one wanted to network. When the shit first popped off, I put my face out there and my name out there. Nothing got better. It got worse. I was ran out of my own country and I started traveling the world. I was getting random PayPal donations to fund these travels. Shit. Do you blame me? None of you wanted to network. You're all pussies. None of you came to me directly and said, hey, I stand with you. But they can stage some psyop with this Derek Chauvin guy and Black Lives Matter. And they got a whole think tank formed, full of agents and provocateurs, funded. It's just the hypocrisy of it all is insanity. But yeah, let's focus on, things that don't really matter. This is what matters. This is what people in China have been going through for at least a decade. I know. And sooner enough, if you have any type of controversial opinion about the government, cops, the system, the Masons, the psychiatric system, you're going to be targeted. And you're going to be ostracized. And you're going to be in the same boat as us. So, they hurt you and they help you. Yep, that's what they do. That's what a narcissistic family does. They mix abuse with love. It's a manipulation tactic. Well, that's very validating. None of my family have said anything like that. You're very lucky, Aaron, that you received that type of validation. That's more than most get. But sooner enough, in the years to come, you're going to see more and more people targeted simply just for having a differing opinion. James, unblock me, please. Bimmy the G. I don't know who you are. You're not blocked. You're in the chat, so. You're not blocked. You're in the chat. Yeah, I have family that helps me out here and there, but they don't acknowledge really what's going on. I get gaslighting. So it is what it is. And, they're my family, I don't know what they're involved in. That's between them and their God. All I know is that some family members are more there for you than others. 2% have schizophrenia, but They were really targeted. The only problem is they went to the doctors. So if we told them that they were a target, they wouldn't believe us. Of course they wouldn't, because they've been zombified with all this antipsychotic medication and dumbed down. %. I'm sure it's less than that. Shit. Just know if someone's really down for the cause and they're trying to get the word out, they'll put their face and their name out there. Yo, I'm not going to allow you to make me look like a perp when I'm not. You're on IG, right? Look at my evidence, blah, 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 calling me a perp. I don't know who you are, but I'm hiding you. Deuces. You had another channel back in 2017 to 18. I still have it. It's still up. YouTube left it up. But they've halted the view count. I have one video breaking this shit down from the gang stalking manuals that I found online. The one video that got like 86,000, 87,000 views, and they're just holding it. They're just keeping it online. But my account, it's weird, dude. The account's still active though. But since then, they've deleted 2 of my other accounts, and I have, besides this account, I have one other account that's active. You helped me. I'm glad. That makes me happy to hear. If I could help one person, shit. If these lives help one of you not to go out and do something stupid and to keep sane like you just said, then it was worth it. Me too. That video is my Bible. Good shit. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I would have made so many mistakes. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I didn't go to the police. Good. That's good. That's good that you didn't. Because they're fully aware of what's going on. And I'm not going to say that all cops are bad, but all cops are complicit. Because they're allowing this shit to go on. And they will not do anything about it. And the UN will not do anything about it. We had Havana syndrome reported. This is years ago, and nothing's been done about it. And they all sit around and laugh and chuckle in court. And, oh, we don't know where it's coming from. Maybe it's Russia. Oh, it's Russia. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's Russia. Okay. My in-laws are police. They know about it. Well, care to expand on that? Have they given you any details, or do they gaslight you? They helped do this to me. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty, yeah. Most TIs, they have military in the background. Not them themselves, but in their family. They have people who were enlisted or are former military police. That's pretty much across the board. Or they were trafficked through CPS and these other horrible organizations that do nothing to help, that hide behind the guise of goodness. I'm sorry, I'm trying to. I wish I had more of a positive outlook. They teamed up with my family, and my family I've never met. Sounds about right. It will do that. I was kept from my biological family on purpose, I believe, to keep me in this program. Yeah, slander campaigns. Ongoing. That's ongoing. They have to continually assassinate your character. It can't be because after a while, there's only a certain amount of cognitive dissonance that these people experience. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, shit doesn't add up. They're like, why are they after this girl or why are they after this guy? I mean, they're doing nothing. They're not a terrorist. They're not a pedo. They're not, they're not what all the slander is saying. And once they have that revelation, boom, they start with the smear campaign again. With new shit, with new people, new accusations. Morgan Stanley Chase. Wow. Yeah, that's a big name. Morgan, you're from the Morgan Stanley Chase family and you're targeted? I believe that. Let me guess, you're the black sheep. Bankers, yeah, bankers. Who's behind all the pedo rings? Who's behind all the warfare? Bankers. All wars are bankers' wars. I'm not worthy of life. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're worth so much, dude. You're worth so much, dude. Dude, if you weren't worthy of life, they wouldn't have this concerted effort to try and destroy you with the general populace everywhere you go on Earth. And just keep reminding yourself of that. I know it's hard to stay positive. We're worth more than people. We're worth more than people not targeted. I don't want to disagree or agree with you on that because all human life is precious, and those who commit heinous crimes need to be dealt with accordingly. But the justice system has been broken, and it's been broken for a long time. We're devalued in the eyes of our fellow man. Yeah, well, your fellow man is a coward and a sellout. Very few care about the truth. That's right. And that is us. And that is why we're targeted. A lot of us. Like I said, there are a variety of different reasons why you'd be targeted. But caring about the truth will get you targeted fast. Diving into truth-related topics will get you targeted. And if they can't recruit you or use you in some way, they want all the green. Yeah, it's all about the money. The money, money, money. Everything's corrupted. Greedy, evil people who will do anything for money. Basically. Friends all can be bought. All of my friends who were really, now looking back on it, I mean, were setups. Were setups. And I didn't know any better. I was just a 20-something-year-old, coming up in the world. Trying to, at least. Working crap jobs. Working the shittiest jobs, man. In the shittiest areas. Just trying to come up. But money will do something to a motherfucker. Money and drugs are pretty much the easiest way to control people. And the CIA have refined that. The CIA, Army intelligence, all people in intelligence work, they have figured that out. They're all doing exceptionally well. The fake friends, yeah, me too. Same here. like the supposed friends that I thought I had, who were so quick to write me off as delusional and just cancel me, and just spread rumors about me, when it first started kicking off, and I realized what was going on, realized I wasn't imagining these things were happening. They were going on vacations, they were getting work done on their house, they were getting new cars, they were in brand new gear, and I was working in areas that were predominantly poverty stricken, and they're all blinged out. New car, clothes, money, vacations. They're all doing well because they're sellout drones. Yeah, and I hope the blood money was worth it. You motherfuckers watching this, I know there's a couple of you in here. I hope it was worth it. Nothing's worth your internal soul, period. Nothing. Don't get me wrong. Having a decent stack of cash in your bank account is a comforting feeling, but it means next to nothing, man. To the places where I've traveled, to people who don't have plumbing, who live in the street, who live hand to mouth. I'm talking to the Americans here in the chat who are targeted. People that literally walk the streets day and night, get 2-3 hours of sleep a night, and the rest they're hustling just to make $2, $3, $4, $5 a day just to get by. Those people I respect a lot. And I could see why they would flip and believe the lies. They're vulnerable. They're broke. And I don't know about you guys, but in America, I get harassed by a lot of homeless people, don't you? A lot of ex-cons, people who have a lot to lose. People who want to expunge their record. People who are vulnerable. People who are less fortunate. They call it core values and integrity, these fake programs. It's all inverted. Indeed, my friend, indeed. And to think that the FBI, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, Ted Gunderson, one of the most highly profiled people who was a victim of gang stalking and worked endlessly to try and expose it, and who was eventually murdered by the program. You can look him up. His name's Ted Gunderson. I'm going to drop his name here. Former LAPD head of the Los Angeles FBI was targeted when he tried to bring this program up to light, and he was subsequently murdered. Those types, the homeless, have no clue why they're doing it. They know they just got their $100 Walmart card. Exactly. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I have more understanding as to why those people would participate in something like this. InfraGard and this sort of thing. But to the people that just sold out just so they could get the record expunged and continue committing crimes, I mean, they put sex offenders on the payroll to do this to us. How fucked up is that? But they want to flip it and call us that. Those people I do not respect. Or anyone for that matter. I mean, if you're gonna do the crime, you better do the time. Don't be out here persecuting righteous people just so you can get a little time off your sentence. That makes you a whole bitch and a snitch. Obama, thank him for that. This has been going on before Obama. Obama just made it easier with the Brain Initiative Act, which made it, kosher to pretty much medically kidnap citizens and implant them for brain research within the National Institute of Health. You can look into that. Obama's Brain Initiative. And that was 2015 or 14, I believe, that started. And it's ramped up since then. And Trump didn't do anything to stop it. And Biden's not going to do anything to stop it. Criminals early release program. Yeah, that's a vast majority of them too. You know, everyone wants to go, oh, you're a criminal, you're a criminal, you're a criminal. This person's a criminal, this person's a criminal, this person's a criminal. The vast majority of people are not law abiding. The vast majority of society is corrupt. In an individual way, I'm saying, like down to their person, they're corrupt. And if it means that they can expunge their record and earn some gift cards on the side, then hey, why not? Why not? Because fuck the other guy, right? Fuck the guy who's trying to do right. No, they won't, because their campaigns are helped and funded. They're endlessly funded by money that is just printed and printed and printed and printed. And that's a whole different topic. Paid to play, they're criminals. It's a self-sustaining system. If they can't entrap you and keep you in prison and make money off of you, because we all know the privatized prison system is fucked up, and they get money per head, and people are framed and falsely imprisoned and thrown in there based off of bullshit. But there's a lot of people in there that belong in there. But I'm saying the people that are entrapped and thrown in there, man, I feel for those fucking people, man. Sometimes I wonder, shit, would it be better on the inside? I recently saw there's a filmmaker, Amaletto, independent filmmaker who does like a lot of independent films for Sundance and stuff like that. There's this episode called Utopia. You should watch it. And it details the story of, this backpacker dude who left society and came back, and it's all dystopian, and you get fined for everything you say, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And the woman, one of the main characters, she commits some petty crime and they throw her in prison for life, and she just sighs at the end of it in relief. She's just like, I'm freer in here than I was out there. And sometimes I have to wonder, no, the targeting is unimaginable on the inside. Yeah, I could see that too, because they got you cornered. They got you fucking cornered there, which is why I've tried to maintain my freedom. But what does that even mean anymore? We live, like who said earlier, someone said earlier that it's a prison planet. I mean, like I said, I have a bed to sleep in tonight. I got food to eat. It's a bougie prison, but it's prison without walls. And some things are worse than death. And targeting is one of them. I suspect most of those that committed peak crimes were mind controlled to do them. That's a theory. Or they were deep faked, you know, with the capability of Hollywood now. I mean, Israel just admitted that they're cloning people, that they've been cloning people. This is not science fiction, people. You can go look this up. Israel literally admitted that they're cloning people. So if they're cloning people, and we have Masonic Hollywood, who's capable of all this CGI and whatnot, who's to say that someone doesn't make a physical silicone mold of you and commit a crime posing as you, dressed up as you, has the same stature as you? It's the perfect setup, man. It's crossed my mind. It's a theory, you know, but I don't know if it's true or not. But I mean, I know they do use doppelgangers and whatnot to plant evidence and manufacture evidence, which I'm not guilty of, but I'm a victim of. They've done that to me several times. Burn Hollywood. Yeah. Yeah. Your thrones are pretty spot on. I don't know what that means. Thoughts? Well, thanks. I'm being bombarded constantly, and like you said, like people in the chat said, "Oh, I'm being hit right now. I'm being hit right now, dude. I'm being hit right now. You think they want me talking to you guys? I'll probably get if I leave this live stream up public, it'll probably get banned. You know what I'm saying? And I'm in Mexico City right now. I'm in a place where you're not supposed to talk about this type of shit. The only thing I have going for me here right now is that I have family who know where I am at. I know a reputable Mexican attorney here, which, I mean, the court system here is even more corrupt than the USA's. But they don't want me talking to you. They don't want me talking to nobody. Be safe. Yeah, I try to stay safe as best I can, you know. But we're in a viper's pit. Way to gaslight them for these programs. I just watched a new HBO show called Made for Love about tech CEO putting a brain chip in his wife's head. That's fucked up. Was it a real documentary or was it fake? Because you guys did hear about that Silicon Valley tech who was found dead in the trunk of her car. And the last text that she made was to her mother. And the text read, "It's all an experiment. We live in the Matrix. It's a thought experiment." She was like a high up, like a Silicon Valley CEO. And, excuse me, sorry. Some aguas here. And she was found dead in like a ghetto area of town where she would not been there. She was a millionaire. She owned a multi-million-dollar company. She was in the backseat of her car a mile from the place she was at. That's what I'm saying. You know, and people on Reddit, like I saw on Reddit, everyone on Reddit was like, "Oh yeah, she was bipolar." You know, she crawled into the backseat of her car and Bipolar got her. Because, bipolar, just having bipolar disorder, and we know how corrupt the psych industry is. They'll slap that on anyone who's a free thinker. They'll slap bipolar on you. We know what happened. I think she saw something that she wasn't supposed to see, and she was murdered subsequently. They had her on remote neural monitoring, probably, like they do all big wigs, to keep them under control, as well as all gang members, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. A lot of people are under remote neural monitoring and don't even realize it. Being handled by people and they don't even realize it. They're targeted and they don't even realize it. So she probably thought in her head, shit, I'm going to tell my mom. I got a plan. I'm bringing this out into the light. And then boom. She's found dead in the back of a fucking minivan, a rental car. I'm not buying it. And the media is hush hush about it. Just brush it under the rug. But let's talk about all the Asian hate going on in America right now, because that's a hot issue. Not engineered. It's like, what the fuck, dude? They have such control over the media cult, yeah. It's just a show. Oh, yes, I heard about that. She was found in the Bay Area. Yeah, Bay Area, Silicon Valley. Palantir headquarters, not the Bay Area. Palantir is Palo Alto, but California high tech, I mean, they all know about it because she may have had a spark of conscience. That's what I'm saying. She had a spark of conscience and was like, yo, I'm not with this anymore, dude. I'm not with this shit. I don't agree with it. She probably stumbled upon some trafficking algorithm or something, and that was a big moneymaker for somebody, and somebody in the area made her disappear, or killed her, rather. Not disappear. I mean, they found her body. They clearly were trying to send a message. But I think it's tied in. I think it's tied in with the gang stalking. I do. A lot more high-profile people are gang stalked than you would imagine. A lot more. And they're monitored a lot more heavily than a lot of us are. A lot of us who have had our credibility ruined and shit. She was targeted and murdered for sure. Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Just looking at the story and examining the evidence, you can just... There's our friends in the background. You can put two and two together if you have a couple fucking brain cells and realize that it was a setup. She knew too much. And those who know too much, who have a large audience, like she did, had connections, owned a company, she had a bipolar diagnosis, but I mean, fuck. Just letting us know they're listening. I mean, yeah, granted, I am in Mexico City in the heart of it, so it's been siren after siren after siren. So I'm not going to go, they're doing it because they don't want me to live stream. They don't want me to live stream. If they didn't want this live stream live, they would just cut the Wi-Fi out where I'm at in this hotel right now. Clearly, they want me live streaming. They want me talking. Clearly, they left my YouTube channel up for a reason. They want it up. Why? I don't fuck if I know, man. They were just saying hi to us, yeah. Michael Knight, I had a question for you. You said targeting won't stop while being incarcerated. Have you experienced anything personally in terms of that, Michael? Have you been targeted while incarcerated and experienced perping and directed energy torture within? Because they test those. This is public record. You can go look this up if you think that we're just a bunch of nut jobs in here. The California prison system has been testing directed energy weapons on prison populations and running mind control experiments and drugging the food and doing all types of sketchy MKUltra type shit for years, if not decades. But they tested the pain ray, the active denial system in the California prison system against unwilling participants. I had inmates beg me to tell their stories. Throw you in prison for a few days. Well, you were likely in a county jail, my friend, because you don't go to prison for a few days. You go to prison for months and months and months and months and years. So I don't know what you're talking about. Inmates beg me to tell their stories. That makes sense. I mean, if they knew you were monitored, and if they had no saving grace or any hope left, then yeah, I'm sure it sucked. And I've spent time in county jail for marijuana. So, go figure, marijuana, which is fucking virtually legal and decriminalized in almost every Western nation now. I didn't know I was being targeted at the time, though. PSA had no criminal record. Go figure. Cover up. Smells like a cover up to me. Psychological war. Yep, and that's not just us. That's the perps too. I hate all these. I'm sorry, I don't hate. I strongly dislike all of the disinformation targets who aren't targets, who are spread over YouTube and the forums, who claim they want to help, but they just do a lot of that. Behind a fake name, and they never show their fucking face. Because what did Agent 9... Do any of you remember the video that I uploaded of Chuck interviewing Agent 9? Do you remember that video? Any of you in the chat? The Agent 9 perp reveals inside knowledge about gang stalking. Someone can link it for people who haven't seen it, but it has provided one of the most reasonable explanations for why they do what they do and how they get down and their tactics. And he says flat out, he says, you cannot reveal who you are. If you do, the visit from Mr. Pipe Wrench would be expedited if you do so. Is that a threat? Is that truth? I don't know. But it seems to hold some truth to it, because all these fake TIs, they don't put their name and face out there. Because I guess that gets you killed quicker. But here I am. I expose the shit. What? I expose the shit. Fucking. It's been years and years and years. Over 5. Since I went overt with my story. And I think it's only protected me. It's only brought so much attention to the situation to where now if they murder me, it's going to come back on them. So they don't want that. I don't put my face or name out there. Why not? You got a job, you got kids, you got a nice life. Can't be that nice if you're a real TI. It can't be that nice. And if you're here and you just you want to meet like-minded people, I understand. Anything with my name on it is destroyed. Anything. Yeah, me too. So what? It's time to make our own network. And be wary of this dude Banks. Oh, I watched this dude Born to Fly. I'm a good friend of artist targeted from Saskatchewan, Charlene, and I talk to her often. She can verify. Yeah, I like her. She seems very sweet. I've reached out to her. I've reached out to her multiple times, trying to talk, trying to network. But she has a teenage son, and I just left it alone after a while. I didn't want her to think that I was like coming on to her or anything. I wanted to hear more of her story because she seemed like one of the more legitimately targeted people that I've found on YouTube. You know, I'm a tiny woman. So what? So the fuck what? You think these people are afraid of you and are doing all this stuff because of your stature? I mean, there are some practice targets, don't get me wrong, that they use to train mobs of people who are vulnerable, who are weak. Not saying that tiny women are weak, but what does being a woman or being small in stature have to do with anything? That's no excuse. We're out here fighting for our fucking lives. Sensitive, yeah, me as well. But like I was saying about our artist targeted, I'm unsure of her. She's weird with her responses. They seem synchronized with certain shit. She has made it obvious that she is a part of the paradigm, in my opinion. So if you want to affiliate yourself with filth like that, go for it. Go for it. I understand she has a son, and you know, she has a residence and all this and that, and this can be taken away, but you're filth, dude. If you won't hit me up for an interview, you're filth. You are filth. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? It's the goddamn end of the world. Get my name out there because they are killing me anyways. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And in the beginning, it was assassination attempts. It was fucking synchronized attempts with semis during blizzards on the freeway to run me off the road, to plausibly deny it as, just some other automobile accident, poisoning, drugging, entrapment, stuff like that. Early on, they've kind of backed off that a little bit now that people know who I am now. But putting your name out there and getting your message out there can be a protection if you get it to the right people. If the right people know who you are, it can protect you. I'm not saying it's 100% foolproof and it's going to keep you safe and it's going to make your targeting stop. Hell no. It might even get worse, like it did for me when I put my name out there in my videos and stuff. But I believe it saved my life. I don't think I'd be breathing this long if I didn't make those videos and put my name out there, attached to them. My real government name, attached to my Facebook, attached to this and this and this and this and this. I've since migrated away from Instagram and all that. Since they made Instagram all advertisements, forcing you to click on ads and just garbage, I've been off of it. But James, when a new TI comes to you broken and doubt them, it can feel as there is no hope. You seem to be strong, but some of us are completely broken. Dude, I may come off as that way, but I am just as broken and shattered as you people. I've had everything taken from me. My future stolen from me. Set up to look like this, and that, and the third. I'm in the same seat as you people. I don't want to hear any excuses. I'm not here to be your therapist. I'm here to bring awareness because we've procrastinated for too long. And I've watched too many TIs flip over the past 3-4 years that I've been heavily monitoring the TI community. I've watched too many of them flip, and I'm sick of it. You're extremely strong to stay alive this long. That's what I'm saying. You're not. We may all be broken in our own right. Whatever. Damaged goods, PTSD, the like. You name it, I got it. From them. How do they flip? They may have been, no, they're not disinfo. They get targeted. They go through this shit for a year or two, and then they get propositioned. And most people take the bait. But it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Maybe try not using perp tactics, Godspeed and wisdom. How am I using perp tactics, sir? You're getting muted, dude. How am I using perp tactics for trying to raise awareness? I mean, this is a hangout. I'm here to support y'all. But if y'all don't want to get your message out there, we're just talking into the radio waves. What's the fucking point? What's the fucking point if you people don't want to network? If you people don't want to build a community, what's the point? Yeah. Yeah. Well, then they're sellout drones. Exactly. If you've been beaten down that much to the point where you can't even email me, you can't even email me and disguise your voice and do a telephone interview. Then what are you doing? Why are you here? I'm trying to be patient. I'm trying to I'm trying to be sensitive to your PTSD and stuff. I'm not trying to trigger any of you. I'm trying to help you, motherfuckers. Because I'm one of you. And I've been one of you for my entire life, pretty much. But it seems like no one is networking enough. No one is really, like I said, law enforcement's not going to help. Medical establishment's not going to help. Psychiatric industry's not going to help. UN's not going to help. Churches aren't going to help. We can only help ourselves. And if we're all scattered around the planet, isolated, which is where they want us, scared, backed into a corner, how is that helping? Oh, but James, you're being so insensitive. No, I want you people to have some courage and speak out what's been done to you. You have a platform here. Here's your platform. Get your message out. If you don't want to get interviewed by me, if you don't like me, that's fine. Make a testimonial at least and spread it over every goddamn conspiracy forum you can think of. Just spread it like wildfire. And sooner enough, you'll get some attention, trust me. Because I did it nonstop for a year and a half until I got some attention. And even got some financial help from it too. So, call me insensitive, but I wouldn't be here giving you motherfuckers a voice if I didn't care. It's all you sellouts. All you TIs that flipped. You're worse than the perps, man. You're worse than the actual perps who were never even targeted. Worse. How could you do that to another TI? How could you do that? Despicable. We've been on about almost 2.5 hours. If anyone else has anything to say, speak now or forever hold your peace. I'm gonna leave my email here again. And you want to interview? Done. I don't have any answers. I don't have a secret device I'm selling that cures targeting. None of that. If you want your story heard, contact that email and I'll get back at you. It was nice talking with all of you, and I hope you all have a good night and God bless you all.